Rise and shine, feelers. Today is day 36. And last night was rough. As I lay here this morning, my heart was racing quite fast. I managed to find a position I was comfortable in, and I was actually listening to some Wayne Dyer. And as the piece finished, his wife was singing Amazing Grace. And I was lay here with my eyes closed, and I felt the sun come on me. And it's perfectly in here. All of this, 360 degrees. And the sun was right here. Rays, angles of light, angels. So I made the decision yesterday that today I would break my fast. It felt right. And then just listen to Wayne then talk about the difference between making choices from the ego and the spirit. And it was like exactly how I decided. There we go. Yeah, it's been a lot of consideration, and I'll go through it all later. But I did this fast so far with joy in my heart up until yesterday, and it changed yesterday. And I'm going to follow that. I'm not going to be stubborn. Stick to a plan, stick to 40, let go of discipline. It shifted yesterday, and so today I'll continue on with my life. Just weighed myself 128.6 pounds. Take that as my final weight. It's crazy, that is. From 177 maybe? 40, 50 pounds, 50 pounds. So one of the reasons I needed to heal, and I think we all need healing, is we grew up in a world today where we're taught you have to mind over matter it, just grit it out in the gym, in work, in daily life, just grind it out, overburning, redlining too much. And that's one of the reasons we need to heal. That's one of the reasons my body needs to heal, because I'm good at that, especially Aries, headstrong. And the real skill is knowing how to truly listen. And that is part of the, as I say, part of the reason I need to do this. So if I'm doing this and then I'm not listening to that, then what's the point? One of the things that came to me on with Mother Ayahuasca was don't overdo the medicine. And that there is no one medicine that solves all. I've gotten so much from this fasting, and I do think it is, if you were to, probably one of the number one most universal heal all from everything, but it isn't the single solution to everything. There's so many factors in healing, and I've gotten so much, and I guess I'm going to find out going forward, and I'll share with you guys what I have gotten from it. As I go forward, I won't really know, but that's it. It's learning patience and not trying to you can't just solve everything in one foul swoop. It's got to be gentle like ocean waves at frequent, short-term, long-term consistency. So I've forgotten what life was like before. I've forgotten what it's like to sort of have energy. And yeah, it came to me. I felt it in my heart, and then I wasn't sure. And then as the day went on, I was like, yeah, tomorrow's the day. So my dad's on his way around now. He's going to take me to the shops. I'm going to buy my melon, and he's going to drop me back off here, and then I'm going to break when I feel good and ready to do it. Yeah. It's toast. Getting shopping, Polly. Are you shopping as well?
If I see something.
For yourself as well? Did you?
Raspberries are big 20 to 3. In fact, can you eat raspberries?
Well, I'm not going to for a bit.
Yeah, going for it.
Oh, they've got Piel de Sapo. Oh my gosh. They've got...
So it's 16
Right, we're back. Did the washing up last night. When I knew I was breaking my fast, I thought I better start tidying up, but I didn't have much energy to do much more. But I managed to put a wash on. First time since I started my fast, I've actually done a wash. And I've pretty much worn the same shorts the whole time. And they're not dirty at all. So, that's the one Sainsbury's I know in Derby that has organic melons. And I actually looked online for my favourite melon this year earlier became Piel de Sapo, which I think means skin of the frog. Sometimes called Santa Claus melon. I only discovered it this year, and in my head, people say break fast with melon, juice fruits, juice veg. But I watched a guy break a 40-day fast with like cantaloupe, and I think cantaloupe is very similar to cantaloupe melon. And I looked on Sainsbury's website and they didn't have it, and I thought it's out of season now because it was like literally winter when they had it. It's normally winter, but they had it and I couldn't believe it, so I've bought that. And I think that's me. I think that's what my heart is telling me. Now I'm going to select a portion size, cut it up nice and fine, and yeah, I'm feeling a bit better, and I don't know if that's just pure emotional energy. There's we realise with fasting is how much other energies affect you. Literally, one of the reasons I want to break, I've just been cooped up in here, I've not had energy to go out. There's one set of stairs to get into here, and that's just put me off from going out. It's a little walk to the grass, like to the greenery, so I've not even gone that far. I'm ready to get on with life now, I really am. So we got a nice little bowl here, just for decoration. I reckon that seems like a good portion to start with. Just the sliced up bits. There we go. I really wasn't sure whether to film this. It's a very personal experience, and I thought maybe it's best just to do it to myself, but I've shared so much of this journey and you guys have supported me so much that I'm happy to share it with you guys. I'm honoured to share it with you guys. And I'm thrilled that you'd follow me, and then this is for just those of you that have supported me, that have trusted me, that have had faith in me, that have helped inspire your journeys, that have done 16 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, 7 days, some of you. If you have done any fasting, please let me know below what you've done since I started this. It'd be great to share, because on Instagram I got a lot of misunderstanding with it, and just from one guy who said they helped themselves, I can't remember the illness they had, but they did 7 days fasting and they breathed like they've never breathed before, from some lung disease or something, and that was amazing for me to be able to share and show people that there is power in this fasting. Right. On the 4th of June 2018, I set out to do a 7-day water only. Okay. So I just filmed my first bites. If you want to see that, go over to my main channel, I'll link that. I thought I might cry. I think if I broke my fast a week or so ago, I would have cried. But I sort of got over it. But I mean, so emotional. There's so much. The flavor's amazing. Unreal, man. Absolutely incredible. The appreciation. That's one of the biggest things for doing the fast, I think, was just to get appreciation for the smaller things back. I don't know what it's going to be like. I say, what it's going to be like to have energy and everything, to appreciate all that kind of stuff. Just to really start from scratch and just build back as, you know, a conscious rebirth as a human being. Fasting gives us a chance to do that. Just to strip back and start again, you know. And the thing is, it's not just food habits is one thing. You know, there's other habits that I've picked up since not eating just to make me get through the fast, which I'm going to have to address now. But food was for me the number one habit that I wanted to address, so I started there, and then the other stuff you can work on. And who knows, you know, people say fasting burns up karma, or it releases spirit, you know, negative entities that are attached to us, and all sorts of. Then there's internal parasites. There's so many things that it's supposed to do. I've not like gone, yeah, this is what it's doing. It's burning my karma. It's like, yeah, maybe, you know, feels kind of like it. We'll see when we come back. But just appreciation. Like, you can't buy appreciation. And in our day, we just overlap so many things and we multitask so often. And it just stops us fully appreciating one thing. And I think this is just going to help reset me. You know, I've wrote a list of intentions for how to eat. Mindfully, purposefully, you know, don't snack. Eat when you eat, you're eating, you know. Even just closing your eyes and eating makes it such a different experience. Small portions, chew properly, and it's like, even just a 36-hour fast or 48-hour fast will help reset you onto appreciating fruit, onto eating purposefully and solely eating and mindfully. So that's just an amazing practice. I just didn't plan to push it this far. Glad I ended when I did. We'll start the next chapter of life, you know. They say it takes any fool can fast, but it takes a wise man to break a fast properly. Someone said, I think it was Sean, they said, what are you drawn to? Sean broke his on strawberries. I asked David again what he recommended. Some people say vegetable juice, because the sugar can be too intense and you can get like sort of craving the sugar. But Piel de Sapo, when it was there, that was a sign for me that that's the melon. And it's not quite as watery as watermelon, but it is really liquidy. And I really, yeah, I was a little bit hesitant. You know, maybe I should just stick to what's known, watermelon. Maybe I should blend it and just drink it. But I've had about 3 pieces and it's okay so far. I'm just going to take my time and sit with it for another 20 or so minutes and see how it goes. See if I get a bowel movement as well, you know, that'd be nice. When I first started cutting it up, I was like, this is such a tiny portion size, but that was perfect, man. What was it, less than a quarter? An eighth? I'm not sure. Don't want to jinx it, but I think I feel a bowel movement coming. Had a bowel movement. It wasn't much, but it was something. It moved. I'm going to have a shower now. My heart is happy again. It was happy up until day 34, so I think I did the right thing. I have absolutely no regrets in breaking it today. I think I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm listening, and so that's good. Yeah, just got to keep the happiness in your heart topped up and not overdo any one medicine. Balance the medicines, spiral the medicines. We'll work it out. We'll get there. Amazed at the energy I actually have. Like, it's not crazy. I'm not charged, but I don't know if it's pure emotional from the eating again, If I've actually got something straight away from, I guess, the sugar. But I'm out here, moving. Long way to go, but it's begun. It's begun. Remember these days? Might play some music.
Plants from the earth give me energy. I write a verse with the.
I did wonder if I would get emotional, and I just had to pull over. I just arrived at the office, I had to pull over, and I just bawled. I don't think there was much liquid in me to come out. My whole stomach, I was crying, just emotionally like bawling, and my stomach was just cramping up as I was crying, and it was such an emotional release. Oh my gosh, that was really special. Okay.
Yeah, like over the top, like an extra small over an extra large, and then.
Yeah, exactly. That's goals. Cock goals. Load of goals. Sorry, Tim.
That's right. It's in the vlog now. So fragrant. My tongue is burning. It's interesting, GMO, to make stuff taste sweeter, because people's tongues are obviously too desensitized, so they have the taste the difference range. That wasn't taste the difference, but they have that stuff so it tastes sweeter for people with desensitized tongues. GMO, so it's like I'm gonna try and stick to organic. My plan today was potentially to see how I feel with each bit of melon, but I think I might switch to the organic watermelon now. Hopefully it's a bit less sweet. When I'm not eating yet though, wait a few hours first.
These crazy boys.
Katie was there at the start. We started the fast together, and now she got to see me on the last day. So that's quite. I've not seen you since as well. So
I know.
It's quite synchronistic. So beautiful.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what happens next for you.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you in Norwich.
Yeah.
See you in a few weeks. Bye. Just making it back. It is now 3:30 in the afternoon. Man, these stairs feel 10 times easier, even though I've only had a little bit of melon. I've had 2 sit-ins. Really amazing group energy right now with ethics. A lot of good things happening. Team coming together. But I really do need to lie down. I can't rush. They do say there's refeed and rebuild, so I'm going to lie down. So refeeding is a very important process to get right, and it was one of the biggest fears and anxieties coming off a fast, especially 35 days, when my own experience before it was 2 days. I did so much research, and I even reached out to David again from the True North, who sent me through his recommendation, which was like fruit juice mixed with watermelon. And then I spoke with Thomas, who did watermelon juice and carrot juice. And David also sent me through someone else's recommendation, which was like watermelon. It's like for every 1 week of fasting, you should do 1 day of juice. So that would be 5 days of juicing. But essentially, I've watched people on YouTube do 40 days. Dan the Man went back in on like greens, on like coriander or something. And I watched Steve Pavlina, he just had like cantaloupe similar to mine, and he did 40 days and he seemed fine and enjoyed it. And I've had like half of that pill de sapo over 2 sit-ins, which is, I don't know, I think they recommend like 500-600 calories. I think that is about 300 calories. And so but it did burn my tongue, as I said, to do with the, I don't know if it's GMO or just slightly unripe, maybe a bit of both. But it was, I mean, it was super sweet. It wasn't like unripe, like nasty. It was amazing. But I think for the rest of it, I'm going to try the organic watermelon. So I'm going to cut that in half. And I might juice it or I might just eat it. I feel quite, like it's a very, like I say, there was that anxiety, but actually it feels like a very natural process. And I'm listening to my body. I'm not overeating. I don't want to eat after like 7 o'clock tonight. And I was thinking of doing it in 4 sittings throughout the day. So I might just have another sitting now of maybe a quarter melon. And then another quarter later, the small melons. Yeah, so then we'll see. That's it, that's my thoughts on that. I'm going to get this melon. Wise to blend this up, so I'm going to put it in here and just sip this one and see how that goes. This is quite a precious moment, really. My first taste of melon since fasting. Thank you, Earth. Holy, wow, wowee. I'm not mad that I juiced that. Incredible. Wow. Am I going to get to do this with every single fruit? I've got mango to try for the first time. I've got durian. I've got rambutan and mangosteen. I hope each fruit doesn't take away from the next fruit. And I think if I don't eat salt and I don't eat cooked and I don't mix too many greens, if I just stick to fruit, I think I might just get to experience every fruit like it's for the first time again. And if I don't burn my tongue with unripe fruit, I will avoid bananas for a bit. I'm going to eat juicy fruits that are ripe. Donut peaches. I did this at the right time. It is fruit season coming in right now. There's all sorts of things about to come. Plums and peaches and nectarines and cherries are here. Holy. Yeah. Thank you, God. Wow. So I left all the seeds at the end of that one, but this time I'm just going to strain it and then I can go over to my parents to do some iridology photos with my sister. So I got some pictures taken last year of my iris. Ted Carr helped me out with that, and we're going to get some now. My fast is over. My sister's helped me out. And a guy called Mark emailed me to say he's done a iridology course and he's studied it and he wanted to help me out. So thank you, Mark. Yeah, let's get some photos and I'll do a separate video on specifically on iridology for those that don't know about it and comparing the iris, but I'm just getting the photos for now. Juice. And I brought this for you because this burnt my tongue, so if you like a piece.
Are you videoing it?
It's really good.
So, just eat it?
Yeah, yeah. Show example.
Melon. That's actually really mild.
Yeah.
It's really mild for melon.
Yeah. About to watch the France and Belgium game. Salut. Yep. That meal, Dad. Lovely. Some cherries. Coconut water and peanut butter on toast.
Yeah.
Could work. That's exciting.
Great.
Oh, great. Crunchy peanut butter, of course. What's up, feelers? Nearly 10 o'clock now. Just another 12 hours since I broke my fast. It's been amazing because yesterday's video went out today, and I sort of already decided I was going to break it, but I didn't want to say it on the video. And the comments of people telling me to, there are people obviously telling me to break my fast in the past, but they were always quite mindless and just like, yeah, you're an idiot, you need to break. What do you do? Oh, we won't even use the word break, which shows how little they actually knew about fasting. You need to eat, you're an idiot. But the ones on yesterday's video, when I'd already decided I was going to break because of how I felt, you guys were very nice in the way you worded in asking me to, you've done enough, use your intuition, trust your heart, Tim. And you were saying that, and it's like, I didn't even say it in the video, but you were there, and I really respect that. That you told me in a nice way, in a way that I would appreciate, not like telling me what to do, but you just asking me to just really think, And so, yeah, and it's been done. As the energy's gone that way, and it seems like I did the right thing. But it absolutely feels like it. I have absolutely no regrets for breaking before the 40. That was the aim. No, I've got a bit of a burnt tongue. That's the only thing right now. So tomorrow I'm just going to stick with watermelon. But I think I broke it not in the worst way possible. I think I could have just gotten only watermelon, but I did what I wanted to do, and it other than my tongue, it didn't really, do no problems. And it is very natural. The whole thing about this fasting process has been that it's very natural. It's not just reckless and that you're suddenly going to collapse and die. It's like, and I'm not encouraging people to go and do 35-day fast, because I see how many of you are fasting right now and how many people are reaching out to me saying you started, thanks for the inspiration and all this stuff. And that's, it's so heartwarming, because fasting is an incredible practice. Just stick with the nature of it and don't let it get to here. And I think you all know that. I think that's, you don't just end up 35 days deep into a water fast, like without really doing some soul searching. I said this previously. So those of you that are doing it, keep listening to yourself. The biggest tip would be, if I hadn't been so active in the earlier days, I might have been able to go to 40. Not that necessarily, I'm not attached to 40 at all now, but if in the future I was like, right, I'm going to go to 40, I would make sure that I was more stationary and less active in the earlier days, because it does come into play later on. So if you're fasting, seriously, the stiller you can be, the better you will feel, because it can be really draining, and don't be too active. But just listen to yourself. You know that. I'm sure you're fairly intuitive as it is if you're watching this. I got a gift. Someone from Shari from San Diego sent me the original, or like a 1977 copy of one of the best books I read. There's a copy linked in my description, not to this version, but a different version. But it's awesome to have that copy. And she sent a little book for my niece and nephew as well. But yeah, I'm gonna edit the video for tomorrow of me eating, so that should be out now. I'm not sure what order I'm going to do these videos in, but at some point you'll see a video of me eating for the first time, and separately eating watermelon, because they're both equally epic moments. So you would have seen the watermelon one by now. That was truly both incredible. I feel like I've been reborn. I was maybe more active. I had more energy today than I expected I would have. Probably a lot of emotional energy, as well as the food as well. But it's been amazing. I've got, not too much on the rest. So I'm going to keep making the vlogs, keep refeeding, and keep letting you know other experiences. And I'll do a Q&A. I will do a live stream, maybe Thursday or Friday. I'll do a live stream in the evening. Yeah, maybe Thursday after Wednesday's England game tomorrow. Maybe Thursday or Friday. Yeah, we'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Thanks for all your support on Patreon and on PayPal. People hooking me up. Man, this is, the future's bright. I've got so many more plans. I'll talk about it in another video. The plans for future videos, all the other things I want to try, and other ideas. But yeah, I'll leave it there for now. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. What a journey we've been on. It doesn't end, but it's been a journey, and it's a whole new chapter. It's like a whole new chapter begins now. Life begins at fasting. Godspeed.